Laminations in Lacquer. In a bright lit night, he lays his bed, deep in hues of lapis lazuli. In the corners sit the winds, dressed like musical chairs. An olive ferments in a pastel saucer into mossy green minutiae, where a painted flower swallows against its form liquid spaces into lean reflections towards a bottomless well. Veils swim on the verge the flower defines, drawn against an olive splash of skin in the glazed lacquer gloss to the anonymous images. A cock crows, cock-a-doodle-doo, discreet, concrete, on the fronds, ruffles in the red sprocketed throat, a screech of feathers, stilled in the flower's passion, in the pool's hoard. The gibbous mound, a crimson flash in the curtain through which he passes, beneath the bridges. A stairway in pastel hue, laps, tranquilly cool, to a hole in a wall, a cavernous breach which retains the scream of the arch, scrawled on a screen, defiant in the stance of plumages, hordes of epiphanies, buried in petrified pastel ripples. Below the rift of its eye, the sealed beak that will open gleams on the lee. Throughout the entire circumference can be seen the tilt giving rise to both translucence, transparency, where the acid, oil separate only to appear to coalesce in the almost pure liquid sheen containing its own light, even in the presence of the vegetative silt at the bottom of the bowl. At the moment of its brimming, in that line of definition, in a room that roams without corners, he must rise with a chalice of blood for lips of shades, where the vertical edge of the flower distills the dish, together with the quantities of immeasurable throng on watery groves billowing with ivy bowers sprung over hidden layers of concealed hoards. Night begins, and the dogs draw nigh, scavenging for scraps, yapping at the walkers' naked ankles in the dust of unknown alleys. The broken lights of the bazaar spangle with glittering promises. The eyes of the dusky beggar sunk in their sockets maze in crooked cul-de-sacs embargo amidst the furls of silk that foil the flickering lantern niche, throttled in an olive tray, whilst the flower's blur does not allow the stroke that blurs its horizon and all beneath it to return. It is helpless in its light, a camouflage to visitation, to the sigh of the rock's flow. So few, so few, so few. The olive saturates its wish, outlining monuments amidst the rubble in momentary musical explosions, and the spell is cast. Fireworks like a diaphanous lithograph print an emblazoned sky on craggy mountains of the night, where comets play at kites, and glistening the eerie beak hisses.